Alrighty, so guys, we are back, alright? We're back, alright. So, Doom, that was fun. That was fun. I mean, we still have 11 missions, and we have a DLC coming out in like a little over a week. So I think we'll have one more stream before the DLC comes out. And the week that the DLC comes out, I will probably end up doing more than my normal 2 streams just so I can stream playing the DLC. So that's probably what's going to end up happening. But so now we're on to the part of the video where I'm going to rant. And, yeah, so I'm going to apologize ahead of time because it's going to get pretty loud. But so Grand Theft Auto 6, as we all know, is the most anticipated game of this year. Bar none. Like, it's not even close. And with that, there's been a lot of talk and rumors about, oh, will GTA 6 actually be more than $70 base price? And the problem with it being higher is it will set a new industry standard. So games like Call of Duty, Madden, you know, the games that basically are the same thing every year will then charge you whatever GTA 6 costed. And that's the problem. So, GTA 6, the pre-orders went live last night at 12 o'clock, whatever your time was, right? 12 a.m. The main problem with this game is the price and the physical release, okay? The price of the game at standard is $80. $10 more than your average AAA title. That's a problem. A huge problem. And the Ultimate Edition is $100. This is the thing, though. The Ultimate Edition, right? If we scroll over to it, has quite a bit of stuff that should be in the base game. So, for instance, the clothing store, right? This specific clothing store, this tattoo parlor, the mod shop, right? I'm guessing this is a weapon shop, maybe? Okay, another apparel store, right? Goods store, right? These things, like those 4 things, should be in the base game. You're talking about taking shops in the game and locking it behind a paywall. That's a problem. That's something, and we're talking about a single player game, right? We're not talking about online multiplayer stuff right now. This is a single player game where they're saying if you spend $80, which is $10 more than any other AAA game by default, you're still not going to get the full game. And we know it's a single player game, but we're still going to make you pay $100 if you want to have access to every shop in the game. Now, like, things, for instance, like, certain cars, right, or certain weapons, right? So, for instance, there is, like, the Vice City style, which is, for instance, so if you were to pre-order a game, normally you get like a pre-order bonus and the deluxe edition has like skins, right? Most AAA games, that's how it goes today. That I wouldn't care about. If it's like, oh, you want to spend $100, get some like exclusive clothing for the characters right out of the gate, or some cool gun variants right out of the gate, that's fine. Like other games do that. Even Doom gives you, like cosmetics. Like for instance, if you bought the Doom Eternal Deluxe Edition, you got the Demonic Slayer skin for buying that, right? Like that was like the, you know, customization right out of the box for spending that little extra money on top of like the DLCs and stuff, which also had subsequent cosmetic items, which is fine. But when you're hiding behind that paywall, actual in-game stores in a single player game, no less, that is criminal. That shouldn't be in the Ultimate Edition. Like I said, you want to put clothes in there? Fine. You want to put some like free cars or whatever you get out of the gate? That's fine. You want to put some gun variants in there? That's fine. But features should not be behind that paywall. And it is. And that's a problem. Problem. This should not be. Like, this is not how, like, a special edition should be handled whatsoever. Okay? And it's a huge problem. So we're dealing with that situation. And then, okay, so I'm going to need to remove the live chat. So hold on. I'm going to go into OBS really quick. And then, okay, so I'm going to remove the chat box. I mean, you can still see the words or whatever, but right, I'm removing the chat box for a second. So when we scroll up here and we go to the standard edition, see this right here where it says digital version, right? Like the Ultimate Edition is digital, so that's buying it like normal. And then it says or code in a box. The standard edition of this game doesn't even have a disc inside. That's ludicrous, okay? I bought the collector's edition for Doom the Dark Ages, and that game came with a physical copy. Now, granted, the game wasn't on the disc, and the disc acted like basically a key. So this is one thing you could say. With the key, you at least have a offline key. But if you're buying something through a digital storefront, you have to be connected to that storefront to have the system recognize you bought the game to access the game. Now, with Xbox, you can bypass that, where if the game is bought and is downloaded on your console and is set as your home Xbox, you can play it offline. But on PlayStation, they have that whole thing where, hey, if you don't log in for 30 days, you can't play your offline games, which is terrible, by the way. It's a terrible precedent. But that's where we're at, right? And so with the standard edition of the game, not only are you missing out on in-game shops, which are standard features, but you're also not getting a physical copy of the game, which is, physical media dying out, which is a problem. This is the whole, you'll own nothing and be happy. And so right now with GTA 6, I'm in a position where I don't even want to play the game right now. Because, number one, I'm a physical collector. I love collecting physical media. Even though I mostly play games that I buy digitally, I like to collect the physical disc just to have it, right? That's just how I am. And so the fact that there's no physical media makes me not want to buy the game. And then on top of that, hiding actual in-game features behind a paywall is ridiculous. We shouldn't be dealing with that. And this is what pisses me off, okay? So you have people defending this, right? Like, oh, well, it's Grand Theft Auto 6 and it's gonna be a good game, so it's okay that Rockstar does it, right? Or you have the idiots that are like, oh, well, it's a lot of money. The game was a lot of money to make, and, therefore, that's just how it is. And I'm sitting here like, there's no way you're gonna sit there and be that you're gonna be caveman brained about this, right? Like the fact that you're defending, oh well, it's Rockstar and it's GTA 6 and the game's been in development for a while, so therefore it's completely fine that they ask you to spend $100 on a basic game function, is ridiculous, because you do realize that now opens the floodgates for people like Activision, Blizzard, and Take-Two with their NBA games, EA with Madden and stuff, to basically be like, oh, yeah, spend $90 to $80 on the base version of the game, but if you really want to get every feature in the game, you need to spend that extra money for the Ultimate Edition. Like, we're not at a point anymore where it's, oh, they make the same game every year and they resell you the same thing, right, with a new coat of paint. We're actually in a position where they're doing that, and on top of that, holding some of those features hostage unless you spend even more money. Like, if we're gonna be honest here, right, and this is just being honest, there's no reason to buy the standard edition of GTA 6, period. There is no disc, and you're losing out on core game features. You might as well just cough up the $100 to get the Ultimate Edition, right? And logically thinking about it, if you are someone to purchase this game, that is what you should be doing, because the standard edition is pointless. It is. And so when it comes to this whole situation, I'm like, I'm not pre-ordering. I'm not gonna buy this game until either the price comes down, which it's not going to, right? Or they release the online version, and the online version is like a fraction of the price. That's the other thing, right? There is no online version with this shipping. So here's what I predict they're gonna do. They're gonna sell GTA 6 online as a separate thing for extra money. That's what they're gonna do. And if you think that's not what they're gonna do, like, look at this whole situation in and of itself. They're holding key features of the game, a single-player game, mind you, behind the $100 edition of the game. Clearly, they're going to sell you GTA Online again when GTA 6 Online comes out, which may be a few weeks to months after the game fully releases. And I might just wait and buy the online portion, right? Because if the game, the base game, needs an online connection and they're not going to give me the full content for the base campaign, basically, what's the point? And this is really upsetting to me because, like everybody else, everybody's been waiting for GTA 6. I've been waiting. My friends have been waiting. Like, everybody I know outside of, like, one person who doesn't play single-player games at all, including GTA, it's ridiculous. Like, seeing this, like, being excited for this game and then having them delay it and delay it and delay it. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're finally at the floodgates of getting this game. And then they're like, oh, well, we're going to make you spend $100 just for the basic features and probably sell you online separately, so you have to fork up more money. It's insane to me. Another thing, too, that I also want to say is, like, for the online portion of this game, the customization better go, like, super hard, like the Sims level. Like, I mean your character. This is a big thing I had a problem with Red Dead Online and with GTA 5. The fact that you can't customize your character's proportions, right? Like, there are games out there like Mass Effect, Sims, basically, like, Skyrim, right? Like, and you can customize what your character looks like. And yet with GTA Online, you're very limited. Like, you can customize based upon basically presets, like your hair color, hairstyle, but it's very limited. So my hope for GTA 6 Online, right, is that they allow you to customize your actual physical appearance. Like, for instance, we've seen the trailer for, Jason and Lucia. I swear, if I cannot be playing as a fit, jacked guy in GTA 6 after 10 years of development, right? But the main character can look that way, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be super mad, right? Because I want to be able to, like, customize my online version of myself to, like, the peak, right? And GTA 5, you couldn't do that. Like, basically every character model in GTA 5 Online was the same for everybody, and it looked like some amalgamation of, like, either underweight person to overweight person, depending on the lighting that you have on the character, and it was terrible. I hated it. And so GTA 6 Online better have a great customization for just your base model of your character, right? And here's the thing. I have no doubt GTA 6 is going to be a good game. It's going to look good. It's going to play good. It's going to have a good story. Rockstar does a great job with their stories, right? My major problem is simply the fact that they're making you pay $100 for in-game shops in a single-player game to get access to base game content. And on top of that, are not even going to give you a physical disc in this, like, physical, version that's released. That's ridiculous. That should be a basic standard. Oh, physical copy, you get a game disc. Basic standard stuff. Trying to, being a Christian VTuber, trying to keep my mouth as clean as I can. It's pretty hard. And yeah. So when I see people defending this whole thing, like, well, it's GTA 6, it costs a lot of money, who cares, it's GTA 6, I'm like, bro, your brain is rotted. Your brain is rotted out of your mouth. Like, you're at a point where you are defending Take-Two for basically being like, oh yeah, we're going to charge you more money for base game features. And really, like, yeah, okay, you could say, oh, it's only a $10 increase. Listen, you're basically spending $100 on this game. Like, the Ultimate Edition of this game is the full game. The $80 standard edition is them taking $10 extra for you and giving you less. It's a scam. It's literally a scam. That's what it is. Like, you're not spending $70 on a full game getting access to all the shops and stuff online. They're saying, no, to get some of these shops, you gotta spend extra money. But if you give us that extra $10 for the standard edition, then that's fine. They're not going to give you a game disc if you buy it physically, and then they're going to take shops, in-game shops of a single-player game away from you. It's literally a $100 game. And now the gaming industry, right? So, as I was talking about earlier, right, but before I did Doom, video game consoles are all about $1,000. PlayStation, Xbox, the new Steam console that's coming out, right? And PC. You might as well just buy a PC. There's no reason to buy an Xbox. There's no reason to buy a PlayStation. You know why there's no reason? There's no games. You can play them on PC anyways. And guess what? Those consoles are not worth $900. The PS5 Pro, not worth $900. The Xbox Series X, not worth $900. If you think the gaming market is bad now, right? Like if you're a developer or you're a publisher and you're like, oh, we need to get money because we're losing a lot of money. Do you really think that people are going, like when someone's hardware like dies on them or gets busted or something, that they're going to be like, oh, $1,000? Yeah, I'm going to fork that over. No. You want to know why? Because they don't have that money. I mean, unless they, go into debt, right, to get a new console. But that's not an intelligent decision. Obviously, I'm having this mentality of, oh, everybody that buys video game consoles has smart financial decisions, which I know they don't, but I would hope more people would than those that don't. And so we're in a situation where you can't even afford the hardware to play these overpriced, unfinished, broken games. That's where we're at. And while GTA will probably be the exception to the broken game part, they're still making you cough up extra cash for all the full features, all the full stores. It's so dumb. Like I said, so I don't mind them giving you the Grotti Cheetah in this version, the Hawk and Little Morgan revolvers, the personalized weapon variants, right? Jason Safehouse vehicles. Right, those things I don't care about, but the mod shop, right, the clothing stores, like that stuff should not be locked behind a paywall. Like you have things like cars, like GTA. You can sell cars and guns. That's like the two biggest things of Grand Theft Auto is your cars and your guns. Oh, you want to buy the special edition? Well, here's a bunch of cool looking guns and modifications and cars. That's literally all you have to do for a special edition, and people will buy that. You don't need to replace it with in-game features that should be in the $80 standard edition. Like, it blows my mind. I can't believe. Well, I can believe it, but I wish I could not believe that I lived in a timeline where video games are now going to cost about $100 per game. Like, we're getting to the point where most people will be priced out of video games. Like, unless you make, like, I don't know, 50, 60 plus K a year, anybody under that's going to be like, well, I guess I'm going to go eat dirt outside and play with the worms because that's all I can afford, right? And that's just where we're at. And while I can afford Grand Theft Auto, right, I think that this is a very bad precedent. And all I'm going to say is, right, I want to put this into perspective. Your average working person, if their console were to blow up, like let's just say it just magically combusts in their bedroom for some reason, right? These people will not be able to buy a brand new console. You want to know why? Because the console's going to cost their entire paycheck. And they got to pay bills and get gas. And they got to pay for maintenance, electricity, phone bill, right? They got all these expenses. You think they're going to be able to afford a console? Of course not. When a console's $500, oh, I can save a little bit from each paycheck, maybe get it by the end of the month. When it costs $1,000, no, nobody is going to do that. Period. If you are a console producer selling your console for $1,000, expect people to buy a PC. If you're Xbox, if you're PlayStation, and part of your goal is selling consoles, this is the worst idea for you in particular. Because people just buy a PC. They might buy your games on PC, but your console hardware is going to be kapooey. I genuinely believe if consoles are this price going into the future, I don't think we'll have consoles within 10 to 20 years. Like, if these console prices just stay this high, yeah, they're going to be dead. everyone's just gonna go PC. Because at that point, like, you can do more on a PC than game, right? You can do more on a PC than console. I know the new Xbox are working on having like Steam integration and all this other stuff, but who's gonna buy $1,000 Xbox when they could, like, I bought my PC pre-made for like $1,200, somewhere around there, right? And I'll tell you, that is 10 times better than spending $1,000 on an Xbox. I would feel gypped out of my money spending $1,000 on an Xbox, even if it could play Steam. Because you know why? A PC can play Steam. I can have multiple tabs open at once. I could be playing a video game and have a YouTube video and a Twitch stream going on all in the background, right? I can edit videos. I can make content when I'm on a PC. Like, there's so much more I can do on a PC. So I'm literally sitting here, like, I was at work today, and you know, before I went to work, obviously I checked, you know, the GTA pre-sale, because obviously who's not going to do that? Who's not going to check the GTA pre-sale, right? And so I'm at work and I'm losing my mind. Like, you know, customers are looking at me, right? You know, like I'm crazy or whatever, because I am. But anyways, I'm freaking out about the game. My coworkers are laughing because I'm literally being rage baited by the fact that this stupid situation is like, oh, I gotta make you spend $80 on a version of a game that doesn't even have the full features, but if you want the full features, spend $100, spend $100, and then I also hear in that same time frame, oh, the Xbox is now $900, and it's like the PlayStation, Pro is about $1,000 as well, 900, ooh, and it's like, wow, all this is going downhill in like less than 2 weeks. We have a great, right, Games Fest, and we get all these cool games announced, right? That's super exciting. You know, we get, Aliens Isolation 2 announced. We get freaking, Resident Evil Code Veronica remake announced. We get Stellar Blade, Blood Rain announced, Wolf Among Us 2, and a bunch of other bangers, right, that we get announced. And then it gets followed up by, oh yeah, well, our consoles are about $1,000 now, and you poor people can't afford this, right? And it's okay though, because we need to make that money. And it's like, you realize you're not going to make that money because your market's going to be small. Like, you're pricing people out of gaming. Like we live in a time where you will own nothing, and they say be happy, but you'll be very depressed. You'll own nothing, you'll be super depressed, and you're gonna be at a point where all your hobbies are gone, right? You wanna work out? Okay, cool. Well, we're just gonna raise the prices of weights so you can't get a home gym. Oh, you want to own a house? Well, we're gonna raise the prices of the houses so you can only live on the street. Wait, you wanna buy a cosplay, right? You want to cosplay? Well, we're gonna make the materials super expensive, or we're just gonna make the pre-made cosplays, right, that get made by companies and stuff like that. We're just gonna make it super expensive, so you can't do that. You want to go hunting and fishing, right? Well, we're just going to raise the prices of licenses, so basically you can't afford to go out and do that. And they're at a point where basically they're going to be, so the only thing that you can do with your time is work and sleep, and that's about it. Maybe go to the bathroom, maybe eat dinner, if we're feeling generous, but it's basically work, sleep, and that's it. And that's just how it is. Like, that's the timeline we're living in, and everything's crazy. So yeah, basically GTA 6 has set me into a schizo frenzy, and I'm just constantly being rage baited if my brain isn't playing Doom or doing something else. And all I can think of is just, how did we get here? Why are we so dumb? Like, why are we spending all of our money on stupid stuff and games that are not worth the price? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. My brain, I'm being lost. Like, I can't English. I literally cannot English right now. This is what I meant earlier when I said, hey, sorry guys, when the rat comes, because, I'm gonna scream. I should have apologized for not being able to English, because I can't. Because right now I just can't do it. I can't speak my native language because I'm just rage baited so hard. It's absolutely insane to me, like, how we got here. Like, dude, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm losing my mind. over all this. Like, all I want to do is enjoy GTA 6 and play GTA 6, but I can't enjoy GTA 6 because in order to buy the game, the actual game, I have to spend $100, and then if I spend $80 and it being gypped out of content, but paying $10, I'm paying $10 extra to get less than I would have if I just spent $70 on what should have been the normal price of the game. And so then also, if I wanted a physical copy of the game, the only thing physically they're going to give me is a box with some cover art on it that I could just literally download off the internet, print it out in a printer, and put it on like any Blu-ray, DVD, even VHS box, and just slap it on there with some tape or glue, right? And just have it like that. And so, they're giving you less or asking you for more, and then you got everybody, either being like, this is stupid, I'm really upset, this is like literally like getting away with murder, and then you have the other half of the people that are like, oh, this is great, I love this so much, please can you smack me in the face 2 more times, gouge out my eyeball, and then for shits and giggles, like, just I don't know, like, kick me in the nuts, right? And so, but they like it though, right? And they're like, please Take-Two, please Rockstar Games, just punch my teeth out, and I'll kiss you, or something like that, right? Like I can't believe it. Like, we live in a timeline where people are like, oh, it's GTA 6, so it's okay. Like, it's literally the same logic as being like, listen, I know, like, for guys and girls, oh, this guy's super hot, or this girl's super hot, but they're completely mean to me, they take advantage of me, and they punch me, in the face all the time, but I don't care because they're hot, right? So it's okay that they can do it because, they're hot, so they can just punch me all they want, and I'm just not going to care because I get to look at something pretty. It's literally the same kind of logic. It is the same kind of logic, except instead of it being a person punching you in the face that's supposed to be your significant other, it's a company, right? Like, you're in an abusive relationship with a company that they're the ones just punching you in the face, and for some reason you got Stockholm syndrome and you're like, please, I need more, please keep punching me in the face. And so the GTA 6 situation has like set me over the edge. And unfortunately that's just where we're at. We're at a point where there are people out there that don't care that they're getting punched in the face, clearly being ripped off and taken advantage of. And, I was excited for GTA 6. I wanted to play GTA 6, but now I'm not going to play GTA 6, unless they come out with a multiplayer mode that is separate. And it'll be funny when I'm playing the multiplayer, right? And people are like, oh man, dude, I spent like $130-$40 for the base game and then the online component. And I'll be like, hey, I just spent the 30 or 40 for the online, and I spent less than those that would spend $80 on the version of the game that's going to give them less, and isn't even the full version of the game, and they just spent $10 extra for nothing. Like, dude, like, why would you... I don't know. I saw someone in the comment section, and they were like, oh my goodness, dude, I pre-ordered the $80 version of the game, and I'm like, you literally gave them $10 extra for spitting in your face. That's it. Like, wow. I'm glad you enjoy getting spit in the face and just giving away that money. I assume that there's other situations in their life that they're just, it's the same situation. Like, I don't understand this whole situation. I don't. Like, my brain is so broken, right? Like, I'm teetering, like, I'm supposed to be a good Christian role model, but this whole situation has my brain where now, like, I'm losing it. I'm falling off that edge, right? And it's all because GTA 6 is charging $10 extra for a version of the game that's giving you less, and then they're making you spend $100 for the version of the game that has everything, and then but they're being like, oh, well, we're not making it $100, but they are. They're just doing the $80 version to be like, we're not. It's like plausible deniability. But that $80 version of the game isn't the full version of the game, and you're spending $10 extra for nothing. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? I don't understand. Like, I'm losing my mind. Like, I really wish that I could sit here, make sense, right, and keep a cool head about all this, but I can't. But that's all I gotta say about the GTA 6 situation. Is basically Rockstar Games and us, the consumer, are in a Stockholm abusive relationship, and half of us are trying to get out of the relationship and doing the smart thing, and then the other half of us are like, no, please do it more. I need more of this. And to those people, when the gaming industry just falls apart, and next thing you know, you're giving up your house and your kids, and if you don't have kids, like your most valuable possessions of like Pop Funkos or Pokemon stuffed animals or whatever it is, just so you can get a crumb and a sniff of that new GTA shark card, money, so you can buy that brand new vehicle even though you're on the streets and, you're plugged into someone's outlet and it's not even your house. Those are going to be the people that are going to be like, oh, how did this happen? Like, why is everything so bad? And then it's going to be like, you're the reason why it's so bad. Like, yeah, the company is, the driving force, but you're the enabler. You're enabling all this to happen. And that's why we are where we are. Is because you're enabling the company to do this stupid stuff. Meanwhile, the rest of us are like, well, I guess we gotta go touch grass. I guess we gotta find a different hobby. Maybe I'll pick up painting. No, I'm not gonna pick up painting. Like, who's gonna pick up painting, right? Like, who's doing that? But, finding something else to do, right? Like some other, go outside, maybe do some more fishing, learn how to fly fish, right? If you're good at fishing, learn how to fly fish. Go hiking, learn how to track or trap, or you could go running, go for some runs, maybe volunteer. I don't know. Like, I'm literally spitballing ideas because, we're at a point where, well, we're not going to be able to play video games anymore. We just can't afford it anymore because we're peasants and we're poor. And so that's just how it is, right? And yeah, that's where we're at. So basically, the takeaway is Rockstar Games sucks. There's at least a good majority of stupid people that will give them the money they want, even though they're literally getting less. Just because it's GTA. Like I said, I understand, it's probably going to be a good game and polished and all this other stuff. Like, I'm not doubting that. But it's the principle that, you're giving into. And like I said, I'll probably just wait for the online component to come out, spend the 30 or $40 on that, save that extra $40 that they would have gypped me out of, right? And then use it for whatever cosmetics or whatever is in the online component. And that's that. But yeah, so that's the GTA 6 thing going on. I know for those of you that watch this on YouTube, you're gonna be like, what happened? Like, how did Logan, like, why can he not English? Like, why can't he talk normally? And the reason for that is because, I was playing Doom and everything was fine and my mind was preoccupied and, but then we stopped playing Doom and I remember that, Rockstar Games is, being really stupid and very money hungry, and that there's people online defending said money hungriness. And so, yeah, that's why everything is the way it is right now. But yeah, I hope you guys, enjoyed the live stream. I hope you enjoyed listening to me, like, brain rot, lose my mind over the GTA, pricing problem, because that's what it is. It's a problem. And, I hope you guys got entertained, right? Whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching this live, I just hope that you guys were entertained by me losing my mind over all this. Jeez Louise, man. Like, I wish you guys could see my facial expressions, because right now, dude, it's like all over the place. Like, I don't even know what to say. But I hope you all have a very blessed night. I hope you have a good day. Sorry for not being the best role model, especially Christian wise, towards the end of this live stream or YouTube video if you're watching this on YouTube. But this is something that pisses me off. Like, I've been looking forward to GTA 6. I was really excited. Then they delayed it a bunch, and I was like, okay, well, they're fixing it or whatever. And the memes of so-and-so happened before GTA 6 was funny. But now that we actually have it around the corner, and they're being money hungry and taking features out of the game and feeding it to us, but making us pay more for it, I just don't want to buy the game. I'm just going to watch people play it. I'll watch people stream it. I'll watch someone else that has way more money than me go buy the ridiculous price game, and I'll just watch. And then when the online comes out and they charge you $30 to $40 for it, I'll just buy that and I'll play that. And then the campaign, I'll just let other people play. And that's just gonna be how it is. The only way that they could make me buy the physical version the physical, is put a disc in it, but also lower the price by $10 back down to $70. Because if you're not gonna give me anything for that extra $10, right? Then no, there's no point, no point. And I'm not supporting this. I'm not. I can't do it. I can't support this. It's not right. It's so dumb, and I'm losing my mind. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have a blessed night. Sorry for losing my mind, but I hope you guys found it entertaining because that's kind of the whole point of it. And I will catch you all in the next one.